Everybody, right now I'm in front of the Clyde Cahill Courthouse. This is where the long-awaited trial for Sheriff Alfred Montgomery is going to be held. That trial is expected to start at 11 o'clock. Some pretty high stakes on this. As you know, the sheriff has been temporarily removed from office by the same judge, Stephen Ulmer, that's going to hear this case in this courthouse. He was removed essentially because he is in custody. He is in jail in federal custody over some federal charges. And so this judge in the state case that was brought by the Missouri Attorney General decided that he could no longer achieve his duties in the sheriff's office and decided to remove him from custody. High stakes for the sheriff in this case. If he loses, obviously his check could be cut off, would be cut off, and sheriff has kids to take care of in addition to sitting in federal custody right now. So some really high stakes, not knowing how long this trial is going to last of the sheriff, how long this is going to be going on. But we've been waiting for this for some time. Like I said, really high stakes. This case is brought by the Missouri Attorney General's office. It was originally launched by Attorney General Andrew Bailey, and now is being taken on and prosecuted by his replacement. He went to the FBI in the Trump administration. Catherine Hanaway took his place, and she has been just as adamant in pursuing this case as he was. It was we were waiting to see whether she was going to take a softer tone in this one, but hers has actually been just as hard, and she's brought an additional charge against the sheriff in this case. A number of allegations being made by the Missouri Attorney General. One that the sheriff illegally handcuffed the assistant jail commissioner. That is one of the cases, charges. Another that he failed to, in his office, at his direction, failed to take 60 inmates to the hospital from the city jail. And the allegations that that was the sheriff's responsibility. The other, in a case that was first broke by Fox 2 reporter Chris Hayes, that the sheriff used deputies to take his kids to school. And so those, and then the last charge that was added on by Catherine Hanaway's office is that the sheriff could not fulfill his duties because he's in federal custody. He's in jail. Basically, the Attorney General's office says because of that, there is no way he can fulfill his duties as the sheriff. And of course, that could be one of the major charges on this deal, because that is the charge that the judge used in order to temporarily remove him from office. Former St. Louis Police Chief John Hayton is now the acting sheriff. He is in charge of the office right now, pending what happens to the sheriff. There are a lot of question marks on this deal. For example, if the sheriff wins this case, then what happens? Because he's still sitting in federal custody. So does John Hayton remain as the acting interim sheriff of this deal? How's that work? Or do we go back to the former deputy, to Montgomery's former deputy? Does he then take over as the acting sheriff once again, which is what he was before John Hayton was appointed by the presiding judge? So a lot of questions, a lot riding on this case, particularly for Sheriff Alfred Montgomery. It has been a long road for Sheriff Montgomery that started off with the case brought by the Missouri Attorney General's office and those allegations, and then with the federal indictment for one witness tampering, the first charge was handcuffing the deputy jail commissioner, essentially the feds charge depriving her of her civil rights, and then the allegation of witness tampering. That's what landed him in jail. At first he was out on bond, on house arrest, and then there was a hearing on that. The feds, U.S. Attorney's Office, wanted him locked up, wanted the bond revoked. Ultimately, the federal judge decided to go along with that, revoked his bond. revoke his bond, and that meant that the sheriff was sent to federal custody in jail, and that's where he has been. But this case, the state case, now being held, we've been waiting for this case a long time. Of course, there's been just a lot of drama going on in the interim with the sheriff being jailed, and that, of course, raised the stakes. So I will be going in here right now to sit at this hearing to determine whether the sheriff is permanently barred from this office and is permanently removed from this office per the case launched by the Missouri Attorney General's office. We shall see what will happen on that. I, of course, will keep you updated on all the developments in this case.